A doctor walked out of a hospital room in Idabel, Oklahoma, and looked at the investigators standing outside. He only said one sentence: "It does not look like she's had a baby." Why was this even a question when just a little while earlier, Texas troopers had stopped 27-year-old Taylor driving erratically near the Oklahoma border? She was holding a newborn baby girl, the baby's umbilical cord was still attached, and she was desperately performing CPR on the baby because she was not breathing. And Taylor was begging the troopers to take them to the hospital as quickly as possible. She kept on repeating the same thing over and over again: "I just had my baby." And that is exactly what it seemed like. There was no reason to doubt that this was, in fact, a medical emergency that a new mother was having with her newborn. The troopers weren't trying to solve a crime, they were trying to save a newborn's life. But minutes later, everything changed. The doctor examined her and found no evidence that she had given birth. Absolutely nothing. The investigators were shocked because if she hadn't delivered the baby, then where had this baby come from? It was the collapse of a lie that had been built for months. A lie that fooled friends, family, the people closest to her. और जब वो झूठ टूटना शुरू हुआ तो उसके नीचे एक ऐसी स्टोरी निकली जिसने अमेरिका को हिला के रख दिया था. But none of this started in the hospital. It started years earlier with other lies.
Spooky Silsila. Welcome back to Spooky Silsila. I'm Tanmay.
And I'm Niharika.
And this is the podcast where we cover everything creepy,
Scary,
spooky,
criminal,
aliens.
everything conspiracy.
Before we get into the story, remember to like, share, subscribe. Let's get to 100 as soon as possible. Please, मदद करो. मैं भी मांग लेगा, मेरे को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. And what you just explained, I think it sounds like a very massive conspiracy.
Well, it's mostly criminal. Let's actually understand who Taylor Parker was. Former friends described her as someone who always seemed to be at the center of some tragedy. One day, Taylor would tell people that she had cancer. Another time, she would say that she had suffered a stroke. And this would just continue. There were other friends who remembered her claiming that she had MS. And some people remembered her having a brain tumor.
Taylor is textbook hypochondriac.
Well, she's something.
Deranged.
Every few months, there seemed to be a new crisis. There was another diagnosis, another reason people need to feel sorry for her, and for some time people did. But धीरे धीरे, people around her started noticing a pattern. The more that they questioned one story, the more that another one appeared. One former friend later said that it was impossible to know what was true anymore, and that's probably the strangest part. Taylor wasn't telling the same lie to everyone. Different people knew different versions of her. Each version sounded believable on its own. Nothing about her suggested that she would one day become the focus of a murder investigation.
अगर मैं इसके दोस्त हूँ, once I even remotely अगर मेरे को ये लगा ना कि इसको कुछ और है, I immediately think this person is a murderer.
If I'm one person who has heard इसके ये 7-8 diagnoses by this point, I'm just like, तू जिंदा कैसे है? मतलब भगवान की देन है तू to humanity.
As what? To have all the suffering in the world? Jesus?
हाँ, just like either full messiah हो तुम या फिर pathological liar, and we all know where Taylor lies. Very literally.
To everyone. Taylor lies to everyone.
She does. She does. By the time Taylor met Wade Griffin in 2019, she wasn't just telling lies anymore, she was very much living in them. And Wade was about to become a part of the biggest lie that she had ever told.
हमारे चैनल ने अगर और कुछ नहीं सिखाया तो ये सिखाया, वेड नाम के लड़के काफी कलेशी होते हैं.
ये वाला वेड, I feel आपको बुरा लगेगा ये वाले वेड के लिए. So by the summer of 2019, Taylor had another chance to start over. She met Wade Griffin at a rodeo in East Texas. The two hit it off almost immediately. They shared a love for hunting, fishing, country life, being outdoors. Friends basically said that they genuinely fit together. They were great together. And Taylor very quickly moved in with Wade. She was also that perfect partner that Wade wanted, who always had a meal ready at the end of the day when Wade would come back from the farm or like working on the ranch.
Well, they had their own ranch.
Yeah, mostly like Wade did, and his family did. It wasn't like very big or anything, but like country living.
Decent enough.
Yeah. His mother Connie welcomed her, his friends accepted her, and Taylor didn't feel like somebody who was pretentious at all. She was simply their close friend, Wade's partner. And they were more than happy to have him be so happy and have this new person in their group who was just so likable. There was no way that anyone could hate her. But investigators later discovered that by the time that Taylor met Wade, she had already become incredibly good at creating versions of herself that people wanted to believe. One of those versions was successful, financially secure Taylor. She told Wade that she came from an extremely wealthy family.
Amazing.
According to Taylor, her grandparents had made millions through a family syrup business, large land holdings, oil and gas royalties, and one day she would inherit all of it. It was all going to be hers. $8 million were going to be hers.
Lovely. I mean, she could have just gone for 10. थोड़ा सा और सुन के अच्छा लगता, but okay.
It basically explained to the people around her why she wasn't worried about money, why she talked about buying land. She wasn't waiting to become wealthy. According to her, she already was. Right? So Taylor didn't really stop talking about money. She spent it. Or at least behaved as though she had unlimited access to it. Which I think if somebody was getting 8 million in inheritance, they would just be like, हाँ ठीक है भाई, मैं खुले हाथ से I can spend for sure. According to Wade and the people interviewed after the case, Taylor made a cash offer at Pecan Point Ranch in Oklahoma, a property worth more than $4 million. She spoke openly about investing as much as $20 million in real estate, as though those kinds of purchases were just like completely normal for her. She and Wade bought an $87,000 pickup truck, which...
It sounds more like Wade bought a truck for 87,000.
No. Had Taylor not been in the equation, it was very clear to Wade and his family that he wouldn't be able to afford this because it wasn't just the truck. It was cattle. It was tractors. It was ATVs. She even bought Wade's mother Connie a new car.
So she actually had money. कुछ तो था.
नहीं था.
ये टेलर का सरनेम ट्रम्प वम्प है क्या?
नहीं.
हरकतें थोड़ी उसी उसमें हैं.
To everyone around her, this wasn't anything that was impulsive. टेलर के पास पैसे थे तो टेलर पैसे स्पेंड कर रही थी, right?
अपने बॉयफ्रेंड की मम्मी पे.
So every time somebody asked where the money was, Taylor had an explanation. Estate lawyers were still handling the probate, paperwork finalize हो रहा था, banks ने अभी तक funds release नहीं किए थे, inheritance थोड़ी delayed चल रही है, बस थोड़ा और wait कर लो, आपको दिख जाएंगे, मतलब मेरे पास ये पैसे कहाँ हैं. धीरे धीरे वो explanation पुरानी हो जा रही थी, तो एक new explanation आई. टेलर ने फिर claim करना शुरू किया that her mother was trying to stop her from receiving her inheritance. She said that her mother froze her inheritance and that her mother was trying to cut her out of the family altogether.
Oh.
Sad. Taylor told Wade that her mother was sending threatening text messages and that there was somebody out there who wanted to break up her and Wade because both of these people were getting very suspicious, very threatening messages from people who were either belittling Taylor, saying bad things about her, or saying ki, hey Wade, you don't want her fat ass, and like things like that.
Or like poor Taylor, victim Taylor.
Yeah.
Everything is happening to हमारी बेचारी Taylor.
Basically, ठीक है? So eventually she also said that she'd hired a private investigator who confirmed everything that she'd been saying all along about her mom, about this other person who was threatening them, and all of that. ठीक है? So every new lie existed to explain the previous one. So around the same time, another part of Taylor's life was quietly falling apart. So she used to work at like a recruitment firm, and she was basically fired from that firm for not doing her job at all. She wasn't making, any of the appointments. She wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, and they were just like, "Thank you so much, pranam, get lost." Okay. And this was where I feel, had this happened to anybody else, people would just be spend some time, moping and be like, "Yo, shit, like, मेरी life बर्बाद हो गई, मेरे income रुक गई." Taylor was just like, "Okay, peace and love. This is my turn to reinvent myself for the millionth time again." And she was just like, "मैं photographer बनूंगी." So she started photographing couples, families, children, any project that she could find. Pregnancy announcements, maternity sessions, baby photographs. Through all of this, through her telling all these lies, her inheritance not coming in, her mother, the banks, falana, dhimka, all of it. Getting fired, becoming a photographer. Wade stayed with her through all of it because he was seeing कि मेरी बेचारी Taylor is going through so much.
Oh.
ठीक है?
ये वाला वेट तो भोंदू है.
सीरियस है, अनसर्टन है, इन लव भी नहीं है.
भोंदू है.
वैसे आई फील लाइक even the documentary, right, Maternal Instinct on Netflix, did show him as somebody who was kind of practical, who was, quiet. But more than anything, he seemed like somebody who was not very sure anymore. So I don't know who he was before everything went down. ये थोड़ा less murdery वाला Wade है.
मतलब धोखाधड़ी changed the man.
Basically, I feel. So every time someone questioned Taylor, Wade would defend her. Because from his perspective, there was no reason to not defend her, right? She always had the paperwork, she had an explanation, she had another story, she had the best lies. And somehow every story seemed to answer the questions that the previous one had left behind. कि अच्छा ठीक है, तेरी इनहेरिटेंस क्यों नहीं आ रही? अरे बैंक ने वो फ्रीज कर दिया है, समझ नहीं आ रहा. मेरी मम्मी मेरे को सैबोटाज कर रही है. प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टिगेटर ने भी बोला है कि सारा कुछ लेजिट है. एंड पीपल जस्ट लाइक ओके, ठीक है, हो रहा है कुछ इसके साथ लाइफ में. आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि ये सच है या फॉल्स, बट यू डोंट वांट टू पॉइंट योर फिंगर एट समबडी हु इज सो लाइकेबल.
कौन लाइकेबल?
टेलर इज वेरी लाइकेबल.
किसने बोला?
सबने. Everyone was very just like, "Oh, Taylor's the best, so nice." She was very affectionate with Wade, his family. She really poured into him, and his family and friends were just like, "Yeah, we were genuinely very happy for this guy because he deserves to be happy." And लग रहा था कि ये happy है. And it just so happened that the girl that he was with was going through a lot, and there was no reason for us to not believe her. There was also a point which is shown in the documentary where she and Wade, once they've made that $4 million, not purchase, I would say, like once they've committed to buying that property, they are there with Wade ke family and friends, and Taylor puts on like a whole presentation showing the property, and she's standing in the middle of the room and she loves the attention and she's genuinely shining. I am respected, people are giving me attention, मैंने supposedly पैसा लगा दिया है and everybody loves me for it. And Wade बस बैठा होता कि हाँ नहीं सही है, कर रही है,
भोंदू.
ठीक है, believable, just believable enough. On 21st September 2019, Taylor spent the entire day photographing Reagan and Homer's wedding. It should have just been another booking, but instead, this is one of the most significant moments of this case.
Homer. What year is this?
2019.
किसी को अपना बच्चा बिल्कुल ही पसंद नहीं था. मतलब
American South, very interesting names. Even through the rest of this story, fully RIP, but like, wow, what names. Reagan was 21 years old. She already had a young daughter, and everyone who knew her described the same person. Kind, funny, the type of person who made friends easily and trusted people till they gave her a reason to not trust them. Her mother, Jessica Brooks, said that Reagan had a way of making people feel welcome. And Taylor fit right into that environment. According to Jessica and other people who were interviewed for the documentary, Taylor wasn't just standing quietly behind a camera all day. She was chatting with guests, she was laughing with family members, she was in logon ki personal selfies. And by the end of the evening, she wasn't just a photographer, she was that person that everybody genuinely liked and wanted to hang out with. So Jessica said that this person blended so naturally with everyone that Reagan, the bride, ended up inviting her after the wedding was over to like just hang back with the group. And nobody thought twice about it because like this was such a lovable person.
मतलब मेरे लिए अभी टेलर इज ऑसिलेटिंग वेरी हेविली बिटवीन लाइक सम ऐसे सुपर स्पाई कमिलियन हु कैन फिट इनटू एनीथिंग या फिर सुपर स्टूपिड जो मतलब कुछ भी कांड कलेश में कुछ भी करे जा रही है एंड इज एब्सोल्युटली गोइंग टू डिस्ट्रॉय लाइक समबडीज लाइफ लाइक वो थोड़ा ऐसे ऐसे चल रहा है अभी.
ऐसा नहीं था कि उसने बस फोटोग्राफ्स डिलीवर करी इनको रेगन और होमर को एंड द रिलेशनशिप वाज डन. ये लोग फेसबुक फ्रेंड्स बन गए pretty much immediately. And ये लोग occasionally एक दूसरे के पोस्ट पे कमेंट करते थे, मैसेजेस भेजते थे एक दूसरे को. So this was a happy client that became a friend. By January 2020, Taylor told Wade that she was pregnant. This was news to him because एक तो unexpected था. दूसरा, the relationship was moving so quickly. They were making all these big purchases together. She was living with him. एंड इट वाज जस्ट फीलिंग कि भाई सारी चीज़ें कुछ ज़्यादा ही तेज़ हो रही हैं, समझ नहीं आ रहा है. पर ओके ठीक है, क्योंकि टेलर घर पे आई है विद ब्लड टेस्ट, मेडिकल रिपोर्ट्स, ऑल ऑफ दैट, एंड सब कुछ सॉर्टेड है, सब कुछ बिलीवेबल है, सब कुछ फ्रॉम अ क्लिनिक है, तो डन, शी इज़ प्रेग्नेंट, आई एम अबाउट टू बी अ फादर. एंड वेड वाज जस्ट लाइक ठीक है, दिस इज़ where I'm at in life and this is where life is going, so okay, chalega.
American South, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't have other options. Okay.
That also makes sense. From that moment on, Wade just accepted that he was going to be a father. What he did not know was that in 2015, Taylor had gone through a total hysterectomy, which is the removal of your uterus and other parts, like your ovaries, which means that you cannot become pregnant because you do not have a womb at all. So there was no way that she could have another child, but nobody else knew that, just Taylor. So Taylor ended up building an entire pregnancy. Now you might be thinking, ठीक है, इसने बोल तो दिया कि ये pregnant है, and किसी और ने चलो मान भी लिया. कितने हफ्ते ये औरत ये झूठ बोल के बैठी रहेगी? एट सम पॉइंट शी विल कम अप विद मिसकैरेज हो गई या कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशन हो गई, कुछ हो गया. शी डज नॉट. शी इंटेंड्स व्हाट?
She increases her weekly calorie intake by 1000 ताकि तोंद बढ़ती रहे.
चुप.
6 हफ्ते के एंड में शी इज ईटिंग 10,000 कैलोरीज. तोंद बढ़ते, बहुत सारे बच्चे मेरे अंदर क्वाड्रुप्लेट्स हो रहे हैं हमारे.
अरे बट शी वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट एवरीथिंग. वो बोल रही है कि अच्छा नहीं, मेरी प्रीनेटल अपॉइंटमेंट हो रही है, मेरे इतने हफ्ते की प्रेगनेंसी हो गई है, डॉक्टर ने ये बोला है अपॉइंटमेंट अब है, ये है वो है.
9 महीने के बाद तो पूरी पूरी फुटबॉल टीम ही अगवा करके अपने अंदर रख लेंगे. ये मेरे सारे बच्चे हमारे.
अगर किसी के पास ना इसकी प्रेगनेंसी के बारे में कोई क्वेश्चन होता था तो इसके पास हमेशा आंसर होता था. अगर उसको किसी को प्रूफ चाहिए होता था, शी हैड प्रूफ ऑल्सो. तो टेलर हैड forged and altered medical paperwork. What you need to remember is that this woman is not coming into this fake pregnancy completely clueless.
No, she's a professional liar at this point. She knows everything.
Also, she has 2 kids, so that helps.
Wait, what?
She had her first one at 17 and the next one before 21. At which point she wanted to become sterile, and she had that ectopic pregnancy, had that hysterectomy as just like a thing that happened.
इस सब के बीच में बच्चे कहाँ हैं?
ज़्यादा attention नहीं देते हैं उनको.
हाँ, 2 serial killers.
उसकी बेटी है और एक बेटा है.
Wait, new?
Yeah. एवरीवन न्यू कि इसके 2 बच्चे हैं, ये तीसरा बच्चा हो रहा है इसका,
बच्चा, आई मीन
हो रहा है।
मैकडोनल्ड उसका नाम।
अगर किसी के पास कोई क्वेश्चन था ना, इसके पास आंसर था। एक तो आई फील लाइक अपनी पुरानी नॉलेज इसने वेपनाइज करी टू बी एबल टू टेल ऑल ऑफ दीज लाइज। पर अगर किसी ने बोला कि भाई अपना पेपर वर्क दिखा दे, क्या चल रहा है, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, तो शी हैड अल्ट्रासाउंड इमेजेस, दूसरी प्रेगनेंसी रिलेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट्स, एंड धीरे धीरे एवरीवन अराउंड हर वाज कन्विंस्ड कि भाई हाँ ये है प्रेग्नेंट। देयर इज नो रीजन टू डाउट कि टेलर प्रेग्नेंट नहीं है। कौन सोचता है अगर कोई आके तन्मय तेरे को बोल रहा है कि लिसन आई एम प्रेग्नेंट, अगर मैं आके बोल रही हूँ आई वाज लाइक झूठ बोल रहे हो?
बिल्कुल
नहीं।
क्या है आपके बच्चे का नाम? मैकडोनल्ड?
नो, सिम्पसन। एट नो पॉइंट आपको अगर कोई आके बोलता है कि हाँ भाई मेरा बच्चा होने वाला है, आप इमीडिएटली सोचना शुरू कर देते हैं झूठ बोल रहे हो।
ओके सी, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस। अगर आप आगे मेरे को बोलोगे कि बच्चा होने वाला है, हमारे बीच में इट्स अ डिफरेंट दिस थिंग, राइट? पर अगर आपके जैसे दोस्त की अभी आई हुई गर्लफ्रेंड आके बोल रही है वी प्रेग्नेंट आफ्टर दे लाइक रैंडमली बॉट अ रैंच नाउ शी प्रेग्नेंट, आई बी लाइक फुल्ली उसके कान में लाइक बड़ी गोल्ड डिगर में भी लाइक थोड़ा सा।
पर यहाँ पे शी हैज द इनहेरिटेंस, ही इज द गोल्ड डिगर।
शी इज सपोज्ड टू हैव द इनहेरिटेंस।
स्टिल एक्सप्लेनिंग इट अवे विद ऑल ऑफ द
कितने बिलीव कर रहे हैं ना, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ क्वेश्चन।
हैं, वो भी अनरावल होगा।
इस पूरी कथा में कितने बेवकूफ हैं?
ज्यादा लोग नहीं है एक्चुअली।
वेड तो भोंदू है।
वेड ट्रस्टिंग है। वेड जिस पोजीशन में वेड है, आई फील इट्स हार्ड टू एक्सपेक्ट समबडी लाइक वेड टू से कि नहीं भाई मुझे लग रहा है झूठ बोल रहे हो।
दिस इज वेयर आपकी वो है, क्या बोलते हैं,
जान ले जाएगा।
दिस इज वेयर आपकी वो है, क्या बोलते हैं उसके लिए, पॉजिटिविटी एंड उसके लिए कंसिडरेशन। ठीक है, यहाँ तक आते आते भोंदू। वेड मेरे को इस लेवल पे भोंदू लग रहा है ना, आई डोंट इवन बिलीव दे माइट हैव हैड सेक्स एंड ही ऑलरेडी बिलीव्स कि उसका बच्चा होने वाला है।
नहीं, पर दैट्स एक्चुअली मे बी अ गुड पॉइंट एट दिस जंक्चर टू एक्सप्लेन कि चल क्या रहा था इनके घर में, कि हाउ इज टेलर एबल टू से कि हाँ भाई मैं प्रेग्नेंट हूँ, और वेड को समझ नहीं आ रहा कि अगर थोड़ी बढ़ रही है इसकी एब्डोमेन तो कैसे बढ़ रही है। नो, शी जस्ट डिड नॉट वांट टू बी अराउंड हिम और टच्ड, एंड शी वाज जस्ट लाइक आई एम वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल एंड व्हाटएवर। एंड अगर पूरा दिन वेड काम करता था, ही जस्ट थ्रू हिमसेल्फ इनटू वर्क, तो ही वुड जस्ट कीप वर्किंग ऑल डे एंड देन ही वुड कम बैक, एंड व्हेन ही वुड कम बैक she would also go and spend hours in the bathroom with her laptop just doing whatever. So this deception did not stay private for very long. She started documenting every stage of her pregnancy on Facebook. Every few weeks there was another bump photo, ultrasound image, another update about how close she was to meeting her daughter. People were congratulating her, comments में, एंड बोल रहे थे कि भाई यूर ग्लोइंग, क्या प्रेगनेंसी ग्लो है, मज़ा आ गया भाई, टेलर तेरे लिए इतने खुश हैं हम, लव इट। सो टेलर वाज रिप्लाइंग टू एवरी सिंगल कमेंट, एंड द मोर पीपल हु वर इंटरेक्टिंग विद द प्रेगनेंसी ऑनलाइन, द मोर रियल आई फील लाइक इट वाज फीलिंग टू टेलर।
टेलर अभी के लिए फील्स लाइक अ सुपरनैचुरल एंटिटी, जहाँ पे द मोर पीपल हु बिलीव इन हर, द मोर पावर शी गेन्स फ्रॉम इट।
दैट इज लिटरली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग। स्नोबॉल ना इतनी सी थी, रोल होती जा रही है इसमें और स्नो जाती जा रही है। ऑल द लाइज, सारी जो हवा भर रही है ये एक औरत फेसबुक पे अपनी लाइफ पे, एंड बड़ी होती जा रही है ये। दिस लाई इज जस्ट बिकमिंग जाइनॉर्मस। ठीक है, इफ यू हैवंट नोटिस्ड येट, देयर इज नो टॉक ऑफ अबॉर्शन और a miscarriage. This pregnancy is something that Taylor intends to see to the very end. I don't know how.
I was allergic to her bullshit.
Bless her. There were times where Taylor would go up to Wade and his friends and make them hold her bump. ठीक है? नहीं, Wade.
I feel it. गुड़ हो रही है, पा दे सारी।
And people would feel the baby kick. Because you felt a baby move, you stop wondering if the pregnancy is fake.
क्या baby?
Yeah.
हाथ लगाए लैंड लैंड हिल
चुंगा. More months passed, and this is when Taylor announces कि हमारी बेटी हो रही है. And they had already chosen her name. Wade, even in the documentary, reveals that he'd always loved the name. I'm trying to say this with a straight face. Clancy.
I respect your wishes, Wade, even if you were just naming a bird.
Sorry, we are laughing about the rubbish, but not the seriousness of this case.
हाँ, Wade,
Continuously.
we feel bad for you, but also जिसको भी उसका पेट पे हाथ लगा के बच्चा फील हुआ है ना, वो मास हिस्टेरिया वाले लोग हैं, ठीक है?
So believable. They did a gender reveal in which they got a small calf and put like a pink bow on it and brought it out. And her kids, her 2 kids brought it out, and her dad was also there, and all of Wade's family and friends were there who got her like baby clothes, blankets, a high chair, anything that she wanted for the baby, for the nursery, for whatever else, right? Nobody realized that they were celebrating a child that did not exist. So Taylor even booked a professional maternity shoot. They're unsettling because every photograph was built around a pregnancy that did not exist. If at this juncture you are not questioning कि भाई टेलर को क्या मेंटल कोई एंग्विश था, कोई ट्रॉमा था.
टेलर we've accepted long while back कि संकी है.
नहीं, संकी नहीं है. Not in like a I want to not a Kalesh thing. More a do you need help? Like, is something going on?
I've already reached the point of, do you eat people?
All of this was being built around a pregnancy that did not exist, but simultaneously a very real pregnancy was being experienced by Regan, the bride जिसकी इसने पूरी फोटोशूट करी थी, the one who married Homer. By September 2020, Taylor had been pretending to be pregnant for almost 10 months. लोगों के बच्चे 1-2 हफ्ते पहले हो जाते हैं, कुछ ऑन टाइम होते हैं, कुछ 1-2 दिन 1 हफ्ते बाद होते हैं, ठीक है? 10 महीने तो नहीं होते हैं.
When your state preaches abstinence only sex education, this is what happens. ठीक है? ये this is where you end up. कि 10 महीने पे एक ऐसे औरत की तोंद पे हाथ रख के तुम्हें टट्टी का बच्चा पता चल रहा है अंदर. ठीक है? पागलपन चल रहा है यहाँ पे 10वें महीने तक तो ये सीधे I don't know क्या जीसस ही आने वाला है.
Yeah. What you need to know is Taylor was supposed to be due in September 2020. Regan was supposed to be due in October 2020.
Yeah. One thing I would love to add here.
Okay.
One thing that is absolutely, I'm enjoying the background context of this is COVID चल रहा है.
COVID चल रहा है दोस्तों.
When they got together about whatever January 2020 या जो भी था, is when they I think bought the place या ऐसा कुछ है उसके.
2019.
Yeah, 2019-20 इस जब कोविड की न्यूज़ आ गई है, I mean American South तो मतलब.
She is due in September, Regan is due in October. Regan Hancock and Homer were expecting their first child together, who was going to be a little girl that they were going to name Braxlyn Sage Hancock. They also had a 3-year-old daughter called Kinley Grace, who
किसकी बच्ची है ये?
Who was Regan's first child, not with Homer.
Serious note, what is becoming readily apparent is this lady deliberately is timing her pregnancy to match with Regan, and जो भी Regan की situation हो रही है, she is matching it.
I feel that was थोड़ा situational because
or like that became the solution halfway through the pregnancy. That is why वो 10 महीने हो गई है.
नहीं, I don't think Taylor had an end game in mind. Regan was someone who was just very passionate about being a mom. She wanted to be a good mom. That was something that she truly just wanted to. हाँ, Taylor नहीं.
थोड़ी सेकंड बौखला रहा था.
Around late September, Reagan is about 35 weeks pregnant, and Taylor was watching all of it online. So on Facebook, she was reacting to her posts, they were exchanging messages, and surface level pe, it was feeling like these two women are going through like the same stage of life. So of course, like they are bonding, and it's like a good time to have a friend who is going through the same thing. So Reagan's mom says there was no point at which Reagan doubted Taylor's pregnancy. Even when people were doubting her and giving her a hard time or like asking her things like apne medical records dikhai or whatever, Reagan was supporting Taylor throughout all of that also. Back at Wade's family and with his friends, there were holes emerging. There were doubts that were forming. Stephanie Ott couldn't stop thinking about one prenatal document that Taylor had shown her. And it was supposedly from, of course, like 2020 क्योंकि आप उस time पे pregnant हो, पर उसकी जो date थी ना said 2016. And she was just like, hey Taylor, इस वाली document पे 2016 लिखी है date. What's up? The one that actually showed the gender of the baby. So Taylor was just like, oh okay, let me just quickly ask my clinic. Thanks for flagging, whatever. ठीक है. Literally 30 seconds later, she tells Stephanie कि hey listen, I spoke to the doctor and they're saying कि भाई उस दिन ना 100 से 200 misprints हुए थे, but baby का gender जो है एकदम correct है. Stephanie tried to believe her, but then she was just like भाई कुछ गड़बड़ है, like it's not landing, क्या चल रहा है? So she couldn't shake that feeling at all. So Stephanie and Wade's mother Connie, जिसके लिए इस औरत ने गाड़ी खरीदी है, ठीक है, quietly started checking इसकी backstory. Especially that car got taken away from Connie within weeks of Taylor buying it for her by the dealership. Because they were just like, हाँ, listen, so we're going to take this car away from you because it hasn't been paid for.
And they still didn't say anything.
Oh, नहीं, इसकी पर inheritance नहीं आया ना, बैंक ने पैसे नहीं दिया ना, तो क्या करें? They started calling hospitals and clinics. Stephanie, the friend, and Wade's mother, Connie. They started calling hospitals, clinics, somebody who could confirm her appointments. Nobody could, because the medical privacy laws in the US, the HIPAA laws,
they won't let anybody. Even Wade can't realistically.
Yeah, so nobody can tell them that Taylor was a patient. So for a while, everybody that was uncertain was still like, theek hai, like giving her a chance. But that uncertainty was also working in Taylor's favor. But फिर यार, it was really just, it was starting to feel very claustrophobic for all the people around her, and they were just like, there has to be a solution. So Stephanie made one more phone call. Do you want to guess to who?
इसकी मम्मी?
Yes. ठीक है? This time she called Taylor's mother. She introduced herself and explained why she was calling. And instead of sounding surprised, Taylor's mom basically just said, I've been waiting for this call.
Damn.
She told Stephanie about the total hysterectomy that Taylor had in 2015. And this was when everything started making sense. The inheritance, the lawyers, the excuse about the banks freezing her money. And this was where I was just like, hey, wait. So aren't you also the person who was trying to like make sure that she did not get her inheritance? Her mother was like, what inheritance? हमारे पास पैसे नहीं हैं. There was like a threat to her in a way. Essentially, that Taylor was going to cut off contact with her daughter. So basically, she would lose her granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
So she was kind of just taking a step back. At that weird gender reveal with the calf, Taylor's dad was there. Her mom wasn't there.
Oh, he's a part of that entire nonsense?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So which is what made it more believable for other people. कि अच्छा नहीं, हाँ ठीक है. अगर इसकी फैमिली भी वहाँ पे है तो हम डाउट करने वाले कौन है? एंड इसकी तो इसकी मदर से नहीं बनती. So whatever. ठीक है. तो her mom was also not pushing back. They weren't actually talking to each other. So Taylor could be making up like unshunt anything about her mother. And it obviously wouldn't like reach her very directly. Okay, so her mother was finally able to burst that bubble of lies that Taylor had been building about the inheritance, the cancer, the MS, the stroke, the brain tumor, the pregnancy.
Wait, Wade and his family knew about the prior illnesses wala kahani bhi?
No, they didn't. But then she's finally able to kind of like explain the context
आंटी
of
को मौका मिला तो आंटी ने सब पेल दिया. बढ़िया आंटी. आप और वो जो भी उसकी दोस्त है उसी में दिमाग है बाकी सारे.
Stephanie. Well done. Listen up. Listen closely. This is where we are reaching the culmination of our case. Okay. September 22,
Oh.
2020.
Hmm.
This was the date that Taylor had told everyone to remember. The day that Clancy Gale was supposed to be born. And nothing happened. At first, nobody panicked, right? Because exactly due date पे तो नहीं होते बच्चे. So Taylor explained that her doctors wanted to wait a little bit and then they would induce labor. People accepted it. Okay, ठीक है. एक हफ्ता over due date. Okay. 13 days passed. अब like, of course she's scrambling for a solution. She does not have a baby.
Minor issue.
Yeah.
Skill issue.
ठीक है? So by the end of September, Wade is obviously like still waiting. He's waiting for Clancy to be born. Family members and everyone is asking like, any news? कुछ हो रहा है? So Taylor was just like, okay, I need to make this very real and very quickly. So on the evening of October 8th, 2020, Taylor drove to Reagan and Homer's home in New Boston, Texas. There was nothing unusual about the visit. So by the time that Homer came home, Taylor was already there. They had like a good evening together. They had dinner. It was really nice. Taylor had bought a gift for the baby. At one point, Reagan also showed her the nursery that her and Homer had prepared for Braxlin, and the room was almost finished. Everything was going the way that things were supposed to go. Homer also later testified that everything felt completely normal. There was nothing out of place. That evening, Taylor left. But the next morning, when Homer left for work before sunrise, and Reagan was home with 3-year-old Kinley Grace, at some point, Taylor reached out to Reagan again and said, I have clothes to give you for the baby. It was like a Facebook marketplace kind of a situation. Taylor wasn't a stranger, Taylor was a friend, she'd been over the previous night. Then Reagan was just like, "Auntie, come, give me the whatever you were saying." She was someone that Reagan already knew and trusted. And investigators later discovered that, there were phone records and all of that. So they were able to kind of piece this whole story together. In the days leading up to October 9th, Taylor had searched for videos of C-sections, information about fetal development, newborn babies, urgent adoption, and other pregnancy-related topics. She'd also come across an article that showed a couple who had found a baby on Craigslist and like other slightly like really out of place, very weird things like that. If at this juncture you are still wondering how this woman convinced people that she was pregnant, she was buying silicone pregnancy bellies off of Amazon. People would meet her and be like, कि उतना लग नहीं रही है ये pregnant. And then there would be like a Facebook post in which there would be like a bump.
She wouldn't wear it all the time?
No, it can't be like a 7 months pregnant bump उतार के फेंक दिया वैसे पतली घूम रही. नहीं. There were also people who had clicked pictures of Reagan secretly and उसके friends, Wade के friends, were just like, ज़्यादा pregnant नहीं लग रही है. At the 10th month wala mark, Taylor was at Reagan's home. She arrived carrying all the baby clothes. Inside the house, everything was completely ordinary. And 3-year-old Kinley Grace was also there. The two women talked. And according to prosecution, थोड़ी देर के बाद, that was when Taylor attacked Reagan. She pulled out a knife and repeatedly stabbed her. The medical examiner later testified that Reagan suffered more than 100 sharp force injuries, and many of the wounds were defensive injuries to her hands and arms, which was evidence for the fact that she fought to save her own life and her baby's life. They found blood throughout the house. Reagan did not die immediately. According to the medical examiner's testimony, she was still alive when Taylor began cutting into her abdomen. Using a knife, Taylor performed what prosecutors described as a crude fetal extraction, removing Braxlin Sage Hancock from Reagan's womb. The umbilical cord was still attached. Reagan died from a combination of extensive stab wounds and injuries caused due to the fetal abduction.
Blood loss बहुत significant.
बहुत severe. Braxlin, the baby, was also critically injured. After removing the baby, Taylor left Reagan's body inside the house. She wrapped Braxlin in a towel, carried her to her car, and began driving towards Oklahoma. Investigators later discovered blood inside Taylor's vehicle, along with plastic sheeting, rope, gloves, cleaning supplies, and a knife that they believed had been used during the attack. While Taylor was driving away, Homer Hancock was at work, and he decided to call his pregnant wife to check on her. Reagan did not pick up the phone. He tried multiple other times to check on her, but again, जब जवाब नहीं आया 3-4 बार, he got worried कि oh maybe she went into labor, who knows क्या हुआ. He reached home and inside he found blood. Then he found Reagan. He immediately called 911, and this is where we arrive at where we started. The troopers rushing Taylor and baby Braxlin to McCurtain Memorial Hospital in Idabel, Oklahoma, and the doctors trying very hard to save the newborn. But despite their efforts, Braxlin Sage Hancock was pronounced dead. This was where the doctor had also done an examination of Taylor with the investigators waiting outside and said that it did not look like she'd had a baby anytime soon. Just a few hours earlier, this sentence wouldn't have made any sense, but now you know. You understand what we are talking about here. What you also need to remember is that these two crimes are happening across different state lines. The murder of Reagan happened in Texas, after which Taylor drove to Oklahoma. And over there are a different set of investigators who have kind of managed to bridge the two cases together.
Because the troopers would have been an indication enough that she crossed state lines, so they would have worked it backwards. But what is the logic behind of her going to Oklahoma?
It was just a better hospital.
That's it?
Also, I kind of get the sense that she wanted to be as far away from New Boston as possible, so that she couldn't be put in the town where the murder had happened and where the baby was missing. It's not great logic, but I don't think this was a woman that thought through.
Like she tried to go prepared to either like kidnap and then extract the baby, but once the situation unfolded the way it did, she just killed her.
Yeah.
Because the fact that she was carrying the tarp, the rope, the knife, the gloves meant that she initially planned on going in like a little more stealth mode of it. But whatever occurred inside the house sort of threw everything around, and she knew that there was no...
No, I feel like she planned at least the murderous part of all of this.
She intended to kill her for sure.
Yeah.
The only question I have there would be, did she really intend to have it happen the way it did?
I don't think she knew.
But there is a certain level of when you reach that point jahan pe she is in the hospital, she's given the baby to be taken care of, and then she lets the doctor inspect her.
She initially refused.
Of course.
She said, I don't want to be touched. And the investigators were just like, okay, listen, they've done an ultrasound. It doesn't seem like she's been in labor. I'm like, brother, that is not the concern here. There is no uterus. क्या दिखाए लोगों को अल्ट्रासाउंड करके?
But उसने अल्ट्रासाउंड क्यों करने दिया?
तो
मतलब कुछ तो करना ही था अगर वहाँ पे आ गई है.
And मतलब she was hooked up to all the wires and everything and all of that, and she'd been found with blood on her. And so people were of course concerned, where it still felt like a medical emergency. Us time तो they were still just like, okay, wait, this is a woman that needs help. But why is she refusing to be checked? Because by this point, the doctors are just like, she should be hemorrhaging. If she's given birth on the road the way that she did, this this is not what she needs to be looking like. So when the investigators came, I feel like it genuinely rattled her. She was just like, मेरे को क्यों पूछ रहे हो आप ये सारे questions कि did I give birth to the baby? I told you what happened. I gave birth to the baby. And they were just like, so if a doctor checks you and they are able to tell pretty much immediately if you actually gave birth, you'd be okay with that. And they challenged her and she said, yes. बहुत ही मतलब like matter of factly types. And the doctor comes, checks, and I think less than 30 seconds, he's just like, no.
Okay, wait, one thing. Why were the investigators already there?
Because they kind of put two and two together very quickly. वहाँ पे 911 वाली call.
मतलब for her, that travel distance and time is quite a bit.
Yeah.
That must have been the case. Otherwise, it doesn't match the way.
Yeah.
So that means the child was alive for a certain duration.
Yeah.
And had she मतलब तो ना ही करा होता तो अलग कहानी है.
But she'd also, I feel like it's there, it's mentioned that critically harmed Braxlin. And
Sure, but उसके बाद भी then she carried the baby for the entire ride and then
where she was doing CPR and saying the baby's not breathing.
which means
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. After all of this transpires, Taylor was arrested on the spot. There was no debating कि क्या होगा. ठीक है? Like nobody had to imagine too much or try to put too many pieces of the puzzle together to actually feel कि, you know, this is exactly maybe how things unfolded. Let's talk and find out. Not really. Everyone knew pretty much immediately. So the punishment phase of the trial shifted the focus away from what Taylor had done towards who she was. Her defense didn't argue that she was innocent. Because at this juncture, you are literally between just two things: life in prison or death row. And their goal was कि अच्छा ठीक है, let's avoid death row. क्या हम इसको जिंदा रख सकते हैं? Because there was no dispute about the fact कि भाई इसने ये किया है.
हाँ.
तो okay.
They must have gone the mental route.
हाँ, so they were trying to convince the jury कि Taylor should spend the rest of her life in prison rather than receive the death penalty. They presented testimony about her childhood, turbulent relationship with her mom, mental health, history, evidence suggesting abnormalities in parts of her brain where, the association is with impulse control or decision making. So prosecutors completely disagreed. They were just like, क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? मतलब, why are you making this case for her? That whatever difficulties Taylor had experienced, this crime at the end of the day was still deliberate. And it was not spontaneous, and it was carried out over months. I personally don't think that it was carried out over months.
Why? It's not the case.
I feel
You might want to have her serve the worst punishment possible or like face the most dire consequence of her actions. But the reality is she's not somebody who was smart enough to actually plan the end game. That is why it ended the way it did.
Yeah.
Because if she was smart enough, then the outcome, ek to matlab nobody puts themselves in that situation first of all.
Yeah.
But then the outcome is also different. There is no reasonable outcome where you end up with ये हमारा बच्चा है. And that.
No, also, like, if you're putting yourself in that situation, if you're telling such a mota jhoot, you start planning immediately. I feel like this woman was constantly just playing it by ear. She was just like, देखते हैं एक हफ्ता और निकाल के क्या होता है, और अटेंशन मिल रही है, अच्छा ठीक है, फोटोशूट भी कर लेती हूँ, फेसबुक पे भी डाल देती हूँ, लोगों से भी बात कर लेती हूँ. ओके वेट, मेरे को तो बहुत वैलिडेटेड लग रहा है, तो इसको एंड तक ले जाते हैं, देखते हैं कहाँ all of this goes. Which is where towards the end, or like towards like the later part of her pregnancy, she is researching things like urgent adoption and whatever.
मतलब आप ये सोच रहे हो कि ये किस एक्सटेंट तक is mentally gone where she is a mother of two
Yeah.
and this is the action that she took.
Yeah.
This person is heavily dissociated from reality.
Mhm.
For her it's a game. वो कुछ भी कह रही है, for her it's only the end game. वो जो सोच रही सिर्फ उधर तक ही जा रहा है और कुछ नहीं है.
I feel like it's about getting to the next lie.
और like just whatever she wants from the life, right? उसको अगर घर मिल रहा है, उसको घर, गाड़ी, बंदा, फैमिली, वैलिडेशन, अगला क्या था? अगला इट वाज ओनली गोइंग टू गेट बेटर, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ गेटिंग मैरिड टू हिम शी जस्ट गोस बच्चा कर लेते हैं.
But throughout the proceedings, what is to be noted is that Taylor was very composed. उसने टेस्टिफाई नहीं किया, उसने ज़्यादा इमोशंस नहीं दिखाए, कोई पब्लिक अपॉलॉजी नहीं करी रेगन की फैमिली को. कभी भी उसने एक्नॉलेज नहीं किया कि हाँ भाई मैं झूठ बोलती हूँ या मैंने बहुत झूठ बोले हैं लाइफ में. ठीक है. एंड फॉर रेगन्स फैमिली ऑफ कोर्स द ट्रायल was never really about Reagan, about Taylor. It was about justice for Reagan and Braxton, right? So Jessica Brooks, who was Reagan's mother, she spoke about her daughter and how she lost her. Homer Hancock, Reagan's husband, described losing his wife and the future that they had spent years talking about and wanting to have together. And baby Braxton, who never even got to come home. Right? So on November 9th, 2022, after hearing both sides, the jury returned with its decision. Taylor Parker would be sentenced to death. She went on to become one of only 7 women on Texas's death row, and at the time of her sentencing, the youngest woman housed there.
Wait, she's how old?
27 when this happened. Today, she remains incarcerated at the Patrick L. O'Daniel unit in Gatesville, while her automatic appeals kind of just continue. जो कि मतलब एक प्रोसेस हो जाता है कि अच्छा ठीक है, एक सर्टेन टाइम पे आपके लिए अपील जाएगी.
Like they go through the entire process of looking through it again and again,
Yeah.
ताकि it just proves that you are deserving of your punishment, and उसके बाद they'll carry it out.
And as of 2026, her conviction and death sentence have been upheld throughout Texas. Courts, the US Supreme Court declined to hear her appeal, and no execution date has been scheduled yet. I feel like we are all wondering what kind of a person commits a crime like this.
I have a feeling that might be the only reason why she's still alive and they haven't executed her, is because they actually feel like the urge to understand somebody like this. Because inevitably, ऐसी situation में you are stuck thinking about how does a person end up here. ये इसकी कहानी क्या है? She's not a serial killer. She's just a far more unique case, I feel, from all of these kind of people.
She's the product of maybe a neglectful childhood, which left her starved for more affection, validation. Seeing that she could get it from other people, get it from social media,
By any means necessary.
became such an overpowering thing for her that became all that she chased in life through whatever action. It wasn't pouring herself into motherhood that was important to her. It was, okay, if I am having this experience, how are other people going to treat me while it is lasting?
I mean, I just feel ki when you hear somebody like this, irrespective of your personal like emotions and opinions about death penalties and things, such an individual, inevitably, I think everyone agrees, is deserving of serious punishment for the actions that they've committed.
Taylor was someone who wanted the world to believe that she was important, she was worth knowing, worth giving attention to, and that she was about to bring a life into this world, and all that she will be remembered for is taking two lives away.
She was the last person, I believe, who deserved that kind of attention or affection from anybody.
And this brings us to the end of the case. So remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell us in the comments below what you think somebody like Taylor actually deserves. See you next time.